Summoner's Choice 2024 is upon us. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the second video of Friday. And even though it looks like I'm going on an Arctic expedition, it is indeed incredibly cold. Well, cold for my liking in here in the UK. But I think this is the final day. So Friday when I'm recording this, it's the final day of the cold weather snap that the UK has experienced. No snow, but it's definitely been white with frost everywhere. But look, Summoner's Choice 2024 vote is upon us. As you know, just do some content and you get choices of who to be your choice in the matter. So look, champion options. Do make sure you're choosing who you want, because I think that's a lot of the time is like people would kind of advocate for who they wanted, but of course your own decision is the most important thing. You know, there's so many different choices. Of course, you've got Black Tarantula, we've got Blob, and we've got what? Oh yeah, Shathra. I nearly forgot then. Viper, aka Madam Hydra. Ruby Thursday. And also we've got Shriek, or Kabam Jackson's Shriek. The Beetle. Swarm. And that's it so far. Interesting because you get an idea of like the retweets to likes on this to get an idea of where things are going. Do bear in mind, if you see something where it's like, oh, this champion won outright, like for example, there's polls out there where Blob is number one. That doesn't mean to say that Blob is going to be number one, and also it doesn't mean that the champion is going to be the next Hercules. I think we've learned our lessons from the Gladiator situation of last year, so just kind of like forewarn you on that. But of course, it's interesting to note where people are at with their, interest. Beetle has 61 retweets and 62 likes. Shriek has 87 likes and 90 retweets. Ruby Thursday has got 84 retweets and 64 likes. And I actually think that Ruby Thursday would make a really interesting champion. Viper, 46 retweets to 52 likes. And then we've got Shathra with 47 retweets to 46 likes. And on here we've got 87 retweets and 84 likes for Blob. That's interesting. And Black Tarantula has 49 to 43. So if we're going by, and that's the thing, we can never look at these polls are like, oh, Blob's going to win. Well, that's not necessarily the case, because if you kind of went off the retweets and likes, then what would that go to Shriek? Because Shriek has 87 likes to 90 retweets. So that's pretty consistent. That's pretty high. And in actuality, Ruby Thursday isn't far off with the 85 retweets. And as I said, I'm actually relatively interested about this champion. Not to say that I'm going to be overly voting for, but it's definitely one of my shortlists, just from interest of what Kabam could do. And that's the other thing, is challenging Kabam from an animation standpoint and build standpoint as to what they can, deliver. Enhanced with organic circuitry to bowl over any who oppose her. She's been everything from thief to gambler to political candidate, leaving no wicked career path unexplored. And if she is a tech of some description, at least it puts another kind of powerful tech champion into the line of, techs, potentially. Maybe she'd be science, potentially. But look, that's interesting enough. Would Shriek be a kind of like an outside winner of all this? Carnage follows the sonic beam generating mutant, both literally and figuratively. She's got a voice that can shatter her foes' bodies and minds. So, a powerful mutant. Something that could be, the next Necropolis champion to use. Maybe. Who knows? So I think that's the important thing is making decisions on things. There is a couple of really cool write-ups by CRC, who had like a little kind of like did a little write-up on some of the characters. I think he did two. It would have been great if he did all of them, because honestly they were fantastic little read-ups. I'll put a link to both of them in the description. Of course, as I said, your decision is your own, but also, do I think that this is going to be rigged to Blob? Maybe. look, it's one of these situations where I've been in so many times. Like, I can say, hey, a Mega Sentinel was likely to win the 2021 one, but lost out to Hercules. For a time, the community was adamant that it'd go that way. But here's the thing. Like, if I kind of cover my screen right now and I press claim here, which you can, well, it says claim there, and then I go like that, right? And bring it back here. Did you know who I voted for? I just voted for a champion. And we're going to tell you? Well, look, here's the thing. This is the mystery of the community, in that you just don't know where people are voting. People can stack things in a way that you just would not expect. For a time, I think even people that were not voting for Gladiator thought that Gladiator would not win last year's votes. Which is weird for me, because like the first year I wanted a Mega Sentinel over one in Hercules. The next time we had Quicksilver, when Quicksilver was kind of like, it was rigged. We knew Quicksilver was going to win even when it started, because Beta Ray Bill would have been like the next kind of obvious choice, but it just didn't go that way. And for a time I thought Beta Ray Bill could be the sneaky winner, but it was like too much geared towards Quicksilver being that champion that they were going to build. And then flash forward to last year's, where it was Gladiator, and the thing for me was, I like that character, but I've never thought it could be a champion. But the character ended up being a champion. So it was kind of weird, because then people were like, it's the, you know, it's not Hercules. People thought it was Hercules. People were voting to make it Hercules. And I was like, oh, God, why are people being like that, honestly? It's not the case. But look, we've got plenty of opportunities to vote. There's various rounds to vote with this. I can't remember if Kabam said there was going to be any wildcard. Oh, by the way, I just by clicking on that, I've just revealed who I've kind of voted for, which was Blob, by the way. I'm not voting for Swarm. I'm interested about Shriek, but I am actually more interested in Ruby Thursday, as I said, for reasons. And this is the thing. You individually will have your own reasons for things. I want to see Ruby Thursday because I want to see some animation things. I do like the idea of Shriek because I like mutant champions and mutant characters. And I'll say there hasn't been like powerful mutants. Of course there's been powerful mutants in the past put into this game, but there's not been anything kind of like so substantial as a known mutant. Like, not known in a sense, it's a weird sense saying known mutant, because, you know, Blob is a known mutant, but kind of, I don't know, a popularized character, a popularized mutant. And look, there's still, like, you know, popularized mutants that need to be put in. Like, I'd still like Morph to be put into this game. Isn't going to be likely. Mystique, but it isn't going to be likely. So at least these are kind of like little breadcrumbs that I can grab when it comes to, like, you know, a character that I'd like to see. And of course you can kind of like, you know, spread your voting around in any kind of way, shape or form. I think for me it will be a case I will spread them around. Because I want only limited ones to win. Ruby Thursday, Shriek, and Blob. You know, that's just me. The other ones, I'm not saying I don't have any affinity with, but again, I'd say that if you can find a reason that you latch onto these, maybe you like them as a character and would like Kabam to kind of like, you know, do them as a champion. Maybe that could be a thing. You know, for me, character wise, comic book wise, Blob. For the sake of Kabam challenging themselves to do something unique and different, I'd like Ruby Thursday. And of course, you know, something that very out there. Ruby Thursday is a very out there character to build, and I think it would be a very good challenge to Kabam how they go and build it. What animations? How do they build them? And seeing what the art team come up with. The other character would be Shriek, because again, you know, mutants, and I think there could be something there that could open up something. You could even then in future have synergies where you've got what's the other character? What's the character that kind of like, it's the other shrieking character, the one that kind of projects his voice. Oh, it's gonna bug me this. It was the one that was in First Class. Put it in the comment section, please. It's gonna bug me now. It's No, it is. I'm gonna have to search it. If you've kind of like watched this far, voice projecting mutant, Dazzler. I mean, Dazzler is one of them, but that's not the one I was thinking of. Banshee. You know, it's been a long week. You know it's been a long week when that happens. I can't remember the bloody characters. But yeah, in any case, vote for who you want to, for whatever reason you have. I'm sure you've got personal reasons. That's been the video. Tomorrow and Sunday, we're going to go into 2 dissection videos. One on AI, and the second one being about this first week of raids and everybody's thoughts. Some really interesting kind of like dissection and stories to kind of bring together in one particular video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out some other content, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.